All right, it is haul time once again, and I just came back from a vacation from Singapore with the kids and the wife, and boy, do I have a haul for you guys. I actually did not expect to bring home so much stuff from Singapore because Singapore is one of the most expensive places to shop for toys, but as it turns out, Manila is now the most expensive place to shop for toys because I found a lot of stuff in Singapore, new stuff and some old stuff that are actually cheaper than buying here in Manila. It is so crazy, the inflation out here in Manila, that I decided to just go all out in Singapore and just buy a ton of stuff, and I cannot wait to show them off for you guys. Okay, so the first stop I made in Singapore is a mall called Takashimaya. Now, Takashimaya is a Japanese chain of stores, Takashimaya SC or Takashimaya shopping center. I think it was a mistake to go here first because this is the most expensive place to shop for toys out here in Singapore. And I went to the one in Orchard and I did pick up a bunch of stuff. If you don't live in Singapore and you're shopping at Takashimaya and you're not buying a lot of expensive stuff, I would suggest you go pay using cash if you have it, if you can afford it, because the credit card, if you pay through credit card, the exchange rate that they use is going to screw you over and it sucks. And I kind of regret going to the store first, but nevertheless, I did find a few things that were still cheaper than buying here in the Philippines. The first thing I picked up at Takashimaya is Leader Class Legacy Galvatron. I did review him already, but I wasn't too happy with the paint apps and I decided to try my luck and get another one. And this one was going for 100 Singapore dollars, which translates to about 75 bucks or 74.50, which is still way cheaper than what we have here in Manila, which is like 80 bucks. I mean, the prices here in Manila are just so crazy. $80 for Leader Class. So this one for 75 bucks, I decided to get it. Not too bad. I'm hoping the paint apps are okay and Hasbro hasn't screwed me over. Okay, the other thing I did pick up at Takashimaya is this guy. This is the buzzworthy Bumblebee Cup. This is a redeco or recolor of the Studio Series 86 cup. Some of you had recommended I do pick this one up because it is a much better version of the mold, and I kind of think it is based on packaging. And it cost something about 30 bucks, just a little over 30 bucks. Not too bad, since the buzzworthy Bumblebee line here in Manila is already going for something like 40 bucks. So I was kind of happy to actually find him and get him for that price. Very surprised actually that even the most expensive store in Singapore still has stuff that are cheaper than here in Manila. Okay, so that's Takashimaya. Okay, let's go to a store that, I don't know how to pronounce it, but it says OG. Now apparently OG is one of those famous chain of department stores here in Singapore. If you live in Manila, this thing is kind of their SM, if you know what I'm saying. So the prices are a little affordable, a little bit more affordable. They're not on the high end of the average prices. They're on the middle end. So OG, I did visit two places, two stores, one on Orchard and one on Albert Street. Thanks to my buddy Dash for recommending this store. So I want to put OG right here. And I was lucky because we went to Singapore on a Labor Day weekend. In Asia, most of the countries have Labor Day on the 1st of May. And it was a Labor Day weekend and all OG stores had everything at 20% off. I kid you not. Everything was at 20% off. So I decided to pick up some old figures. The first one I picked up was Natasha Romanoff, the Black Widow from the movie Black Widow. I've reviewed this figure, but I didn't actually, I got rid of it because I got the figure without the BAF piece. I wanted to keep one that had everything, the box and even the BAF piece. So I decided to finally get one. This was incredibly difficult to find here in Manila because everyone was reselling it for 38, 40 bucks. I picked up this figure for 40 Singapore dollars, less 20%. So that would come up to about 32 Singapore, which is roughly $24. So 24 bucks. I thought that was a steal for a mint and sealed box. Natasha, very happy with that. The next thing I picked up, and OG, probably the last one. This was a last minute purchase during our last day. I have never seen this in hobby shops. The only way to get this guy is if you get the entire set, which we never found on retail. We have from Ghostbusters Afterlife, we've got Podcast from the Plasma series. I have never seen this figure in stores, and if ever you do, I mean, I don't think this is gonna go for 30 or 40, maybe above 40 bucks, but same price. I got it for 40 US dollars, so it's about 24 bucks at OG because of the discount, because of the store-wide discount. So very happy to have Podcast. He was one of my favorite characters in the movie. Awesome. Don't know if I'm keeping him, but we'll see, because I know I told you guys I'm staying away from Ghostbusters now because I chose G.I. Joe over Ghostbusters. I can only afford to collect 4 toy lines, but we'll see how it goes. During our last day in Singapore, at the airport, there is a shop called W.H. Smith. It's a UK store, actually. I had not seen this store at Orchard. Orchard Road, as far as I can remember, did not have a W.H. Smith, but I did see one at the departure level at Changi Airport, and I picked up these two guys, and you would not believe how cheap they are. Airport stores are the cheapest in Singapore because they are duty-free, tax-free, and they were selling for $34.50. $34.50 comes to about 26 bucks, 25.75 US dollars. That is amazing because the legacy figures are now going for 30 bucks, 31 bucks here in Manila. This is the cheapest we were gonna get these. I decided, you know, what the heck, right? Let's go get them. These are the two best figures, two best deluxe class figures in the wave. Was so happy with the price. Okay, now the next few items I want to show you guys is from a store called, I don't know if you've heard of it, Toys R Us. Yes, Toys R Us is alive and well in Asia because they're not really part of the mother corporation, the main corporation in the US, which closed down. Toys R Us here in Asia is actually just a franchise. Actual toy stores, they pay royalty to use the name Toys R Us and sell items through the brand Toys R Us. Okay, and they've got a bunch of shops in Singapore. I went around and I was shocked. I could not believe my luck. I found some of the new Thor Love and Thunder figures. This one actually was from Takashimaya, but the rest were from Toys R Us. I did find this one as well in Toys R Us, and it's going for 40 Singapore dollars, which is, again, as I mentioned earlier, about 30 bucks. So 30 bucks is not too bad considering the fact that here in Manila they're going for $32. Again, much cheaper than Manila. This one was from Takashimaya, but this one was from Toys R Us at the Forum Mall, Forum City, Forum Center on Orchard Road. I decided to pick up Ravager Thor as well because this one did not have an unmasked head sculpt. So I decided if you wanted the more complete looking Thor, you'd have to get both. So you can get this head sculpt and swap it out with this one. Okay, so went to another Toys R Us store. This one was at the Paragon shopping center, and boom, they had King Valkyrie. Oh my goodness. I wasn't supposed to get this figure, wasn't on my list, but I saw the figure in hand up close, and I saw those pinless joints, that fantastic head sculpt, great paint apps. I decided, what the heck, get it for 40 Singapore dollars or 30 US dollars. It was a good deal. And again, I tried my luck again back at the Forum Toys R Us store, and sure enough, I got me a Mighty Thor, Jane Foster as the Mighty Thor. I could not believe my luck. This is the last piece, and wow, this figure looks amazing. For 30 bucks, I'll take it. This next one is called, I don't know if you've heard of it. They're called the Falcons Hangar. They're at Waterloo Street, Singapore. It's a very good shop. If you live here in Manila, the shop's retail system is something like what we see in the shops here at Green Hills. They're like Hobby Corner or Art Toys, where you can pre-order on their website. And yeah, they're a lot like Hobby Corner. You can pre-order them on their website, and then you can go to the shop and have them picked up. And you can have your stuff picked up, and there are a bunch of stuff that's on whatever leftover stock they have. They sell it for retail, which is what Hobby Corner does. Luckily, again, I could not believe my luck. They had a weekend sort of warehouse sale going on. So Falcons Hangar, They were on a weekend sale, maybe for the Labor Day sale, and they had a bunch of items on sale. And the first one I picked up, this guy was going for 35 Singapore dollars, or about 26 bucks. So 26 bucks for the 50th anniversary Farm Boy Luke Skywalker. This thing was going for 40 bucks here in Manila, maybe 36 bucks Manila. But for 26 bucks, I said, I'll take it. It was the last piece. It was like an inventory sale. Let me have it. So I took that one off their hands. And the other thing which I picked up, which I could not believe they still had, was, again, from the Ghostbusters line. This was the family that busts together. Now, normally Target store exclusives or Target exclusive figures from Hasbro, they're so expensive here in Asia simply because they're Target exclusive figures. We don't have Target stores here in Asia, especially in Manila, and you could not buy this out here in Manila. No, I didn't even see this in Green Hills, any of the hobby shops. Nobody was selling this. The only way to pick up this figure is if you buy it through Shopee or online, and it'll cost you about 60-70 bucks. This one was on clearance for 60 Singapore dollars or $44, $44.50 US dollars. I said, I'm gonna take it, right? Because this was probably the only set I was looking forward to getting in the entire Plasma series, because I loved the character Phoebe together with Podcast in the movie. So I decided for $44, why not, right? I'm just not sure if I'm going to keep it, again, because I said I'm no longer into Ghostbusters, but I would love to do a review of this one. We'll see how it goes. Could not believe my luck at the Falcon Hangar, their warehouse sale. Okay, last two shops. This one, I don't have a bag because they had a generic bag. It's called Robo Robo. I don't know if you've heard of it. So, okay, here's the shop, Robo Robo in Singapore. It's this quaint little shop that sells a bunch of Transformers, and some Marvel and Star Wars figures, some Mafex, SHF, some Gundams. It really is like a hobby shop here in Green Hills, if you know what I mean, for those of you who live in Manila. So Robo Robo, and let me tell you this, they have the best prices for Hasbro stuff and Takara Tomy. They have the most competitive prices for the recent products. I mean, some of their products were a little pricey because of the rarity and because of the age. If they're older figures, like an archive Anakin Skywalker would be expensive. It would be like 100 Singapore dollars or about $70-$80. So some of the items were pricey, but the more recent ones, so the newer products, like they had Galvatron, the Legacy Galvatron, and they were selling it. You would not believe the price it was going for. It was going for $60. It was 80 Singapore, $60. It's way cheaper than the $84 it's going for here in Manila. I was kicking myself in the back saying I should have not gone to Takashimaya. I should have gone to Robo Robo first. This is the first store you want to go to if you're a big Transformers fan, Marvel or Star Wars Black Series fan. If you're looking for Hasbro products, Robo Robo should be the first thing you go to. And here are the stuff I got. The first one is Cliff Jumper. I know I've done a review of him, but I sold him off. And now that I'm trying to get all the Autobots from the Bumblebee movie in the Studio Series line, I decided to pick him up again. He was going for 35 Singapore, and the owner gave me a discount. He gave it to me for 34 Singapore dollars, which comes to about 25 bucks. And 25 bucks is pretty good since it's going for about $28 here in Green Hills in the hobby shops. So I said, why not, right? Next thing I picked up is this guy, Jackpot. Really not on my list because, you know, I wasn't too sure about this repaint. But he was selling it at the same price as Cliff Jumper for 25 bucks. Why not, right? Because I've not seen this guy in hobby shops here in Green Hills. And if ever I do see it, it's going to go for at least 40 bucks. So 25 bucks, why not? Next thing I picked up is this guy, the Premium Finish War for Cybertron Trilogy. I guess this is Siege Starscream. Now, I know I'm not too big on the Premium Finish line, but I still feel it's a hit or miss. I did like the Siege Optimus Prime Premium Finish version, so I'm going to try my luck with this one. Maybe it's going to surprise me. It's going for 62 Singapore dollars. The owner gave it to me for 60 Singapore, which is about 45 US dollars, which I thought was a steal because it's this thing. If you see him in Manila, I've not seen a shop selling this figure. In Manila, it's about at least 50 bucks. So again, prices of figures cheaper than getting in Manila. I could not believe it. And lastly, this was a little bit pricey. Very difficult to acquire nowadays. It's from that wave with Ahsoka and the Client and Omega. This is the Death Watch Mandalorian from that Black Series wave. It was going for 50 Singapore, but the owner gave me a discount, gave it to me for 48 Singapore dollars, which is roughly about 35 US, and I thought that was a decent price because if you see this in Manila, easily $40-50 US, no doubt about it. So I decided, you know, I'm gonna get it. I love the design, would love to do a review on it if I can. Okay, and the last thing I purchased, last toy shop I went to at Singapore, and this is probably the best purchase I had in the entire trip. It is from a shop called, I don't know if you've heard of it, it's called Simply Toys. They have a bunch of stuff. They got at Bugis Junction, they got Plaza Singapura, but the store, the branch I went to is the one that's on Vivo City. That's the one. That's the mall complex nearest Sentosa. They do a lot. Most of their shops sell Bear Bricks and Funko Pops, the Toys Attack and Toy Outpost. But this particular store, Simply Toys, they had a few Hasbro products, and what I picked up from their store is this. It's an old figure, I know. It's a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Black Series Obi-Wan Kenobi with the, with the show just premiering right around the corner on Disney Plus. A Kenobi show. I decided, why not get myself an Obi-Wan Kenobi, because I had already sold off my Redline Black Series Obi-Wan Kenobi, and I saw this one and I figured, what the heck, right? Maybe I should get it. And it works. The electronics still work. Everything's there. Both lightsabers are there. The paint apps look great. The figure was in good condition. The only problem I had with it was a little pricey. It was going for 100 Singapore dollars or about $75. So I decided, hey, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna give it a go. That's probably the cheapest I'm gonna get this figure. 100 Singapore, 75 bucks. So the owner says, oh, okay, yeah, it's a good figure. What do you do with your figures? Do you open them up? Do you display them? Do you keep them mint in box? I said, no, I review them. I'm on YouTube. And he says, okay, what's your handle? And I go, Chefatron. And he says, oh my God, I watch you all the time. The owner's name is Rizal from Simply Toys. And man, he was so happy to have me in the store. He said, I'm gonna give it to you at membership price. I'm gonna take off $10 off of it. So instead of paying 75 bucks for it, he gave it for $67. I thought that was pretty amazing. Thank you, my man Rizal from Simply Toys. This was the best toy purchase I made in Singapore. Thank you to Simply Toys. So that's it. That is my action figure and collectible haul from my vacation trip from Singapore. I had a lot of fun in that city, in that country. It is a beautiful, beautiful country, beautiful city. Every building is a mall. You're not gonna run out of places to shop. The toy shopping was surprisingly amazing and much cheap, a little bit cheaper I would say much cheaper than buying here in Manila because of all the inflation going on here in Manila. I was very happy with this purchase. We got lucky. We went there on a Labor Day sale. Everything was on discount. Like most of the things were on discount. Just an amazing, amazing trip. A well-deserved vacation for my family and I. The kids had a great time. The wife obviously had a great time shopping. I had a great time shopping. Let me know what you guys think of my haul. Hit me up in the comments. And as always, thanks for watching.